Welcome back to Beyond the Court. Today we're going to be talking about how Ben Shelton basically came out of nowhere. And before we get into the video, 96% of you guys watching my videos aren't subscribed. So if you guys could just subscribe and click the notification bell for more tennis content like this, that'd be greatly appreciated. So basically, Ben Shelton became really well known at the end of last season. I mean, he was one of the top college players. So like people who follow American college tennis will kind of know about him. But basically, a week after making his first ATP Challenger final, he got his first Masters 1000 victory over Lorenzo Sonego. I watched that match. That was really intense. It was in Cincinnati. And then he won against Casper Ruud, which honestly really surprised me. I did not expect him to win that. And that made him the youngest American man to beat a top 5 player since Andy Roddick in 2001. So after that, he finished the season with like a 15-match winning streak and won 3 Challenger titles in a row, which is really crazy. You don't see that often, to be honest. And also, that helped him move into the top 100, and he started the year at 573. So that's like over 400 spots to jump, which means he's really making big improvements. These winning ways kind of transferred from his college career. Like he's able to clinch the NCAA title for the Gators in 2021, and he was a singles champion for all college players in 2022. So originally he wasn't planning on turning pro, but right before right before he started playing at the US Open, he decided to turn professional, which honestly kind of surprised everyone because he said he wasn't going to, then he changed his mind. But it kind of made sense. Like, he was making good moves and he was playing really well. So there's no point in just like staying at college. And I kind of want to talk about Ben Shelton's game a little bit. It's really interesting because he's a lefty player, obviously. He has a really good serve, which is a really good weapon. And he stands really far from the baseline, which is kind of interesting. But the thing is, he has a lot of power, so it doesn't really matter that he's standing far back. He can still hit winners past people. He has a lot of speed to kind of get to the ball. I mean, he's got pretty decent net game too. He's pretty much an all-courter, but he likes to stay at the baseline a lot and just power shots past his opponents. And honestly, that's how he beats a lot of people. So anyways, all of this brings us to now. So basically, obviously, you know, his Australian Open run was actually to the quarterfinals was really good. I did not expect this, honestly. I thought he was getting out like the second round maybe, because I mean, he's a young player, so like he still have room to grow, but he's making some big jumps. And honestly, in the interview, he said, if someone had told me that I would reach the Australian Open quarterfinals, I don't know what I would have said. Probably, are you sure? I didn't expect to be right where I'm at, but I wouldn't say I'm totally surprised or can't believe it. The hard work I've been putting in on and off the court has begun to come out and pay off. And I completely agree with that. It's really showing that he's going to be a good for the future. And obviously, we can't mention Ben Shelton without mentioning some other American players that did really good this run. Obviously, JJ Wolf got to the round of 16, who he beat. I didn't expect him to get there either, but he's also been making some big jumps. And Tommy Paul actually beat Shelton in the quarterfinal. I mean, which wasn't too surprising. Tommy Paul has a bit more experience, so he kind of knows how to deal with big hitters like Ben Shelton. That's how he's going to able to get past him in 4 sets. So with all these deep runs at the Australian Open, Tommy Paul is now in the top 20. He's 19th ranked. Korda is 26. Ben Shelton is 43. And JJ Wolf is 48. So overall, Ben Shelton has been making big moves. And honestly, I think a big part of it is his dad, who's also his coach at Florida. He's been mentoring him well. So I think he's actually pretty mature. And I know some people get mad that he like celebrates, but that's just how college tennis is. But yeah, he has the game, he has this, the serve and the power. So I'm curious to see what he's gonna do in the future. And I'm calling it right now. He's my dark horse for the US Open. Like, watch him win the US Open.